With the modern popularity of home design, we've seen how much we want our homes to reflect who we are. What's been trickier is getting our homes to reflect and accommodate how we want to live. How do we get our homes to cater to our needs when it comes to convenience, safety, efficiency, fun, and work? With 5G technology, a smart house can learn from how we want things to run inside our homes, adapt to how we want to live, and let us know if something isn't quite right inside the house. With 5G technology, we'll be able to have full command and control of all of the functions in our homes from only one device. Imagine an iPad modulating everything from lights to temperature to security to entertainment systems, even the level of recline on your couch. Empowered by 5G technology, the network will alert your device if there's a security risk or something just needs fixing. To get that super smart house of the future, a host of components inside the home will have to interact and analyze data on a network processing at super speed. That network of the future is 5G. The possibilities are limitless, and this is Boundless. How we live is a big part of who we are as a society. But what if our home environment could have the capabilities of adapting to our living patterns? With the implementation of 5G, the places where we live will have the means to be more intuitive and responsive, which will make our homes smarter and safer. The home of the future will see more devices being connected using 5G, and these smart devices will have the ability to use IoT technology to reduce maintenance and energy costs. These cost savings are motivating homeowners and renters to become more tech savvy, which is prompting companies to incorporate smart home features to drive consumer sales. But how does it all come together? We spoke to Juan Santos, SVP Brand Experience, Tavistock Development, on how 5G will be integrated into the smart home.
At Lignona, what we have espoused is this idea that smart means this connection between a physical environment, your home, the digital environment, the technology around it, but the human component. So for us, smart homes are homes that actually cater to the humans by a combination of technology and space. Right? The built environment and the technology that's around it is what actually makes a smart home a smart home. So today we have very passive relationships with our homes, right? We are the ones that are making everything happen at the home, right? When you come in, you turn on the lights. When you go to sleep, you set up your alarm clock. The idea is that we can take some of those areas of friction, like you have packages as you're leaving the car and you want to come into your home, and your home should be aware that you need light, right? And that's happened for a long time. I mean, people put motion sensors and you walk inside, but then it should also know that you're heading upstairs and it should turn the light on, right? And if you have a specific music or you have a mood that you would like to set and your home's aware of it, it's able to provide that. So at a minimum, what we're looking for is this idea that we remove friction from the home experience. Whatever is a point of friction, we identify and we remove through smart home technology. The second level is we actually enhance the experience, right? So it's a home that actually allows you to have a better experience because it's aware of what your needs are. It tells you that there's things in your refrigerator that are going to go bad. It suggests things that you can do because it knows that a friend is coming.
From a smart home perspective, energy usage is one of the first targets. Because when you know what you're using, you can control it. A lot of smart home environments allow you to know what appliances are plugged in and using energy when you're not there. They have presence detection, so they know if you're there and what is being used, which allows it to turn off devices that are not being used. From a city perspective, they're able to understand what needs homes have in terms of water and power usage to make it more efficient for the homeowners and the community.
So around smart homes, you have a problem that you're used to flipping a switch and the light coming on immediately. Today, most smart home systems actually send a message to the cloud. That message comes back and that actually activates the light or the smart light bulb that actually provides that experience. And if it's not fast enough, people will turn it on. They'll figure, oh, this is not working, and they turn it off, and then it turns on, and you get into this situation where delay is not really helping. A significantly lower, round trip time actually allows you to have a more immediate experience. So that's a second layer that's very interesting for us from 5G perspective. The third one is that we have a lot of technology in the home that is meant to connect the internet to the devices that we have around us. The promise of 5G is that that technology will be built into the devices themselves. So I will be able to walk with the same device outside of the home, and I won't have this need of configuring routers all over the place and making sure that my internet connection is actually working. There's like too many steps along the way. And in 5G, the technology is actually embedded into the devices themselves.
The evolution of the smart home will have more than just our appliances talking to each other. The environment that we live in will have a profound effect on our health, well-being, and performance. We spoke to Paul Shalla, founder and CEO of Delos, about Darwin, their home wellness intelligence platform that creates and maintains a natural environment in the home.
What if there was a way to introduce prevention into people's daily lives that at the core didn't require them to do anything differently? This is where wellness real estate, the well building standard, Darwin, this is where these concepts come in. Darwin, we believe, is changing smart home technology. To date, smart home really has meant convenience, security. A home is not smart if it's not healthy. So Darwin is adding a layer of wellness intelligence to the smart home dynamic. So with a Darwin system in a house, okay, think about the connected devices, things that are relevant for people, particularly respiratory, cardiovascular, immune, cognitive, and sleep health outcomes. Up to 70% of chronic health determinants are your surrounding environmental and social conditions. Basically where you're spending your life, inside of a box called four walls and a roof, whether that's your office or whether that's your home, what have you. So what we've done is identified upwards of 200 external conditions that matter for people, okay? Particulates in the air, water quality, thermal, acoustics, lighting, what have you. And over 1,000 internal markers, your biomarkers. Darwin is really built on the foundation of running regressions between the quantified space and the quantified self. Let's look at things like temperature versus pulse rate, air particulates versus cognition, lighting versus sleeping patterns. All of these have a relationship. And the algorithms that are being developed for Darwin are the foundation of that wellness brain. It doesn't end with someone's home, or it doesn't end with someone's office. People move from their homes to their offices, to their cars. When you consider personalized algorithms that have an optimization feature of the spatial conditions around a person, it's very important to have that connectivity and those connectivity points between a home, a car, an office. And that's what's so exciting about 5G.
As more devices are connected in the home, there are data and privacy concerns that must be addressed. We spoke to Professor Jan Rabe, University of California at Berkeley, Director Ubiquitous Swarm Lab, on what policies need to be enacted by national and local governments.
The home is the most private thing we have. This is our private den where we live, right? So we want to make sure that that privacy is protected. And basically if you say now I put a 5G set of access points in my home, what's that going to do to my privacy? Is it inviting all those companies to come into your home? No, you don't want to, right? You don't want everybody to come and visit you continuously. No, you want to invite them only when you want them, right? So having those necessary firewalls and things like that basically shield you off, and making sure that only information you want to go outside goes outside is going to be very important. Again, security, privacy, absolutely important. So we're going to have to address some of those things up front and think it through. And that's why you have to interact with government agencies that basically represent various parts of the population, and as well as technology providers. Otherwise, you might get a backlash.
As we look to the future of how we live with technology, 5G will ultimately provide the connectivity within individual homes, apartment buildings, and even city blocks. With companies like Samsung, Honeywell, and Vapor leading the way, the evolution of the smart home will have a profound impact on our everyday lives. The possibilities are boundless.